Okay, yes, Member Cooks, I'm sorry.
We're praying individuals, let's keep those 31 households that were ended over the weekend, keep them in our prayers and continue thoughts for those individuals that are reaching out to help them and for all people and others. And if we can do anything individually for them, let's please try to do that. But prayers are definitely needed at this time.
Thank you very much, Member Cooks. Yes, Member Kimbrough.
Yes, also it's on the first, it's National Day of Prayer. So we can all come together and talk about what we need to work on in ourselves. None of us are perfect, but we're working toward perfection. Everybody's under construction. So pray for each of us, and pray for each other, as we can all do the best that we can do for our city and for our nation.
Thank you, Member Kimbrough. Is there any other miscellaneous business that someone would like to bring before the body?
Yes.
Yes, Member Christman.
Yes, I would like to wish Director Perry a happy birthday. Today is her birthday.
Is there any other? That's very true. I told her this is not the celebration. She needs to go out and celebrate after. Yes, Member Giovanni.
One specific thing in regards to the roads. I think every member of council has made a phone call to service director at one point or another several times, like I do weekly, in regards to roads. It took a long time to get roads to the condition they're in, but we are making headway daily on those. Cleveland Avenue is going to begin. 12th Street might not happen until next year, I think he told me, Fulton Road. We have several major road construction projects, including Tusk, that's going to take place this year and next year. Keep in mind, the city has over 1,000 single lane miles of asphalt. A lot of those roads weren't taken care of for decades. And this is the one thing our current mayor campaigned on, and he is living up to that promise. He's working on it. But to fix all the roads at once would cost in excess of probably over $30 million to start out with, just to get the majority of the worst ones done.
42 would be our current estimate.
42
million, and that's probably shooting low on base repair and those types of effects.
And currently we're paving, how much are we spending?
In the overall road expenditures this year, when you look at city dollars and you look at outside funding, whether it's grant funding, ODOT, all that type of stuff, Canton is going to have approximately $16 million invested this year. If you look at the past couple of years, to your point, we've been upwards of $9-10 million. Dollar figures that were never seen historically. If you go back to the late 2010 or late 2000s, early 2010s, there were years where there was something to the tune of $1 million or less spent on roads. So if you look at what we did last year, we need to replicate that every single year to get the city on a legitimate, kind of 15-year pace. So we're finally at the point where I think we're starting to make some headway on it. But in terms of dollar amount spent, that's why I always send that document out to everybody about what we used to spend versus what we kind of have been doing the last 5-6 years or so. Because we really are starting to make a dent, but we definitely are kind of making up for some of the sins of the past. And we could spend a long time talking about what those are, but yeah, approximately $16 million overall this year. Right like what we've been doing. If we were to do it all, Nick, he left, but I had him run the numbers a couple of days ago. Just in Milledgeville, 30 million, basically ballpark, if you look at what we do, with base repair, probably under 12 million, easy, depending on how bad it would be.
Well, since the past the water bridge, we could stand on the other side of the bridge and throw the water back on the other side. It's just there's nothing we can do, but we're working to change that. I commend you, I commend the administration for really focusing on those things. The citizens need to understand that this is something that's front and center with us, as well as some of the issues that were brought up by the people that were here to spoke tonight. I just want to make it clear, if there was something I could do as a city councilman to get involved with CPS, I would. That's outside of my purview and my jurisdiction as a council person. But office is ran by the county. I can make all the phone calls in the world, it's gonna go on deaf ears. That agency, we have no control over. Just the same as we don't have any control over the hiring and firing of police officers as a council. That decision is not up to the 12 sitting at this thing. Now, we all can make our feelings known about certain situations, but we don't have a say so in that.
Thank you, Member Geovasis. Is there any other miscellaneous
That's
business? You guys are wearing me out.
No.
You're wearing me out. How about that? Go ahead, Justin. You're wearing me
on a
out.
positive note.
You're wearing me
You
down.
guys aren't gonna hear about potholes here in the next couple of weeks, because our folks are gonna be ringing off the hook about high grass.
That's supposed to cheer us Oh, Member Moore. Okay, seriously, in all seriousness, is there anything else anyone would like to